Hey, how you doing? My name's Ryan, and today we are continuing to work on this year's Halloween costume of Thor from Infinity War. Good morning, sleepyhead.
Cheers.
So last time we...
Ryan, what did we do last time? What do you mean, what did we do last time?
Last time we built out the main...
I do last time.
We built out the main base of the body of the costume, including the vest, the cape, and started measuring the arm sleeves. In between videos, Lindsay stitched together the metal pattern into these lovely arm sleeves.
I was actually really impressed with myself. I didn't know that I was that good at making sleeves.
We also added two extra pieces, two circle pieces on the shoulders, here and here, to hide some of the edges. And
we used a piece of, Ryan used an old t-shirt and we cut the sleeves off, and we used the sleeves so that he would have more mobility because this is not a very flexible fabric.
So when I first tried it on without that piece, the shirt piece, I could barely move my arms, like wearing a tiny blazer. Back in my private school, wearing like a little tiny blazer.
Yeah, well, you put the arms on and you were like...
I can't move. But today, we're doing probably the most labor-intensive part of the costume.
Labor-intensive? Do you know how long these took me to do?
Today we're doing the actual detail work, the foam pattern on the main vest. So, I have my rough sketch of the costume, which Lindsay made fun of when I was editing the video. We're going to use reference images on my computer and on my phone to get a better idea of what pieces we need to make and cut out of this black craft foam. I have two different variants. I have thick craft black foam, and I have thin black foam. Here's a comparison.
Say craft black foam 3 times.
Craft black foam, craft black foam, craft black foam.
Yep, there you go.
So we're going to use this silver Sharpie to draw out the pattern on the black foam.
Just kidding.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, because I just want it to be obnoxious.
Because
like, no!
After we cut it out and glue it on, I'm actually going to end up painting the entire front of the vest with some detail brushes and some silver to give it a nice metallic look.
Cool.
Actually, it's kind of almost a vinyl look, to be honest. Lindsay is taking a phone call, so I'm going to sketch out the first half of this pattern. Then it goes that way.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Hey Ryan, quick question.
Yeah.
So this will be all day, right?
How? I mean,
She wants to know if I want to meet her for a few minutes for coffee. Would you mind if I ran over there?
not at all. I'll take care of this and this. So now I have to mirror this pattern on the other side of the foam. So I'm going to try my best to get it to be as even as possible. This top piece actually has some more layers on it I need to draw out. I'm gonna trace this onto another piece, cut that out, and then I'm actually gonna glue these pieces onto the big piece I cut first, and then trim the excess once it's glued. That way I know it's gonna be an even flush edge. I don't care too much if I get hot glue on the vest because it's going to be covered in foam by the end of this anyway, but I'll try to keep it as clean a surface as possible. There we go. Alright, progress so far. This is going to be really time consuming because there's a lot of detail pieces to add on. So because the vest opens up at the front, I'm going to eventually glue all the pieces on each side first, and then velcro any piece that goes across both sides, like that big V or any middle pieces to cover up the seam. One of the things I find that's useful is when you are adding all the little detail pieces, look through your scraps first. Look through all the little pieces you have laying around from the larger ones you cut, because you might find the right shape and size you need, as opposed to getting a new sheet and not having that extra surface if you need a larger piece. So always look through your scrap pieces if you're looking for a smaller piece to cut out for detail work. I'm going to use this stick foam to make the various circle pieces that are throughout the armor. I'm using a bottle to trace my circle out for the small ones. And for the larger ones, I'm probably going to use something like this, perhaps, this fishbowl. So after cutting out these armor circle pieces, I realized I've made my holes for them in the costume, the divots that are supposed to cradle them, I made them way too small. So I'm going to have to trim them to make them a lot bigger to make sure they fit these pieces. I told you, you're going to see mistakes in this video. That's a lot better. I'm going to start gluing pieces together. Nothing's going to be glued to the chest right now. I'm just going to glue layers down to itself. I think I have a pretty close lock to the look of what I want the vest to be. Also, Lindsay's back from her breakfast with her grandmother.
I had coffee with my grandma. She called me and she's like, I'm down the street. You want to get coffee? And I'm like, yeah, I want to get coffee. I love my coffee.
She loves coffee. Now, the hard part's going to be putting the vest on and gluing everything to the vest while I'm wearing it. Otherwise,
is it safe?
It won't...
Is it going to hurt you?
No, it should be fine.
Hot? Or should you put something under it so that it doesn't
Remember this probably.
Okay, should you put like cardboard or something under it? Or a towel?
No, a towel won't get it to fit right.
Okay.
It's a low temp hot glue gun. Okay. Safety warning: if you're doing this kind of stuff, don't do a high temp hot glue gun because it will be really hot. Do a low temp, which is what we have, a craft one. Now is also a great time to show off the arm sleeves. Ooh. Lindsay did a fantastic job with that. So as I mentioned before, the circular piece is actually right here.
So it's gonna go like this, right?
Yes. So imagine
like this.
Imagine
your arm.
Well, imagine you're following that seam right there.
Yes.
So the question is, this corner piece you have to either cut down to get it to fit underneath my arm.
Or yeah, you have to cut it like that.
Yeah, you want to do it right now? Yeah, follow the seam you made, and I'll add detail work to it.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to glue this to right here. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, now I need to glue the rest of it down.
Woo!
I got
one part down. Time to do the rest of it.
So first things first.
That's really cute. Just take that out.
Nah, I saw nothing here.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh my god, this is fantastic already.
So we're gonna need Velcro now?
Yes! So what you do when you're gluing Velcro down is you glue down one side, you keep the Velcro attached to it so that you can then peel off the extra piece of 3M tape, attach glue to that, and then stick it right where you need it to be. The glue is stronger than the Velcro, so it's not going anywhere. Now, you really only have one chance of this, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, but...
Hold it up first. Make sure you like where it is. Right.
I can't really see where it is.
I see what you need. Alright, we're good.
Alright, we're doing this.
Cool. So, let's let it dry for a few minutes, and then we'll take it off, okay?
Yeah.
Is everything else look alright? Like right here, I know it's not fully even. Do you want me to cut it along here? Or?
No, the belt will cover that.
Perfect.
Watch. So I put the belt.
Alright,
So
I see.
And then T'Challa.
So is that going to be connected to this piece?
No, the Velcro. Not the Velcro.
The other part. The underneath part. This piece.
No. This guy.
Oh, it's connected to the belt. Do you want to do that now then?
It's part of the belt.
Oh, well, let's do that now then. You okay?
Yeah.
Please be careful. Alright, so this is nice because I
Oh,
see exactly where it is. So this part, would you like me to glue these together like that to keep them together?
No, I like that separation. Yeah.
Alright, you want to take that off now? Make sure that works, right? Cool. And now put it back on and make sure it goes on like that. Cool. Alright, for this, I'm gonna stick it down a bit more.
You got it. So these pieces, these are the ones that go, what about there? And they fold over the back.
So let's glue it there first, and then we'll fold it over.
We'll make sure it doesn't go over the ball thing.
It doesn't.
Cool.
Just go scoot it over this way.
Oh, let me get a stick ready to go. Teamwork!
La 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 la. We're so good. I'll pick you up in a second.
This is the update for right now. This is so far what we're looking at. I actually stitched a few pieces of foam to the jacket just to keep it to hold even better. And a few more pieces of velcro just for this little tab right here. And then I have to paint the whole thing to get it to look super good, not like foam. But
Turn around. Yeah, we'll clean up the little glue on the back and stuff.
yeah, there's still some cleanup to do, but in terms of actually basing out the entire costume,
This is awesome.
I'm quite happy with this.
I love
And
the sleeves.
take the whole thing off, it's actually really easy. This piece just pops right off. And just kind of shimmy out of it. Now, I still have a lot of leftover foam for the wrist guards and some detail work on the pants, but that's for another day. So, it's been a couple of days. I'm back at Target picking up some more supplies. I need some more hot glue, some black duct tape, some painter's tape, and whatever else I can find. Over the past few days, I've made some minor tweaks to the foam vest. I redesigned the entire front piece that velcros off, and I used fewer larger pieces as opposed to a bunch of smaller ones to make it look a lot cleaner. I also took a coat hanger wire and bent it a little bit and stitched it to that front chest piece so that now it has a more curve to it and better fits my chest, better fits the shape of my body. So I grabbed what I needed, except I actually already have painter's tape, so I put that back. I didn't need that. Saved me like $4. Can't complain too much. I would say I'm about halfway through building this costume, but that still leaves me with a lot of work left to do. And let's do it. So this is the new front chest piece panel. As you can see, it has a bit of a bend to it from the coat hanger, so it fits better on my body. I'm going to take some black duct tape that I got and cover up that silver and make it even stronger. There we go. Much better. Come to think of it, I actually could use that Gorilla Tape on the main vest itself. Strengthen up some pieces and clean up some edges. Looking a little bit cleaner now. Also, I picked up a set of rollerblading pads. It has wrist guards, knee pads, elbow pads. I'm going to use the wrist guards for the costume, but I need to remove this plastic piece on top of it to get rid of that bump. And now for the final step, at least for today, time to paint the vest. I got myself a can of spray paint, black, flat, primer, and paint. But first, I need to mask off the silver arm sleeves and cape to make sure I don't get black paint on them. I also went ahead and masked off the velcro on the main vest as well. That way, it doesn't get covered in paint and lose its usability. Let's paint. Wow, this spray paint smells terrible, but it looks incredible. It hides all the hot glue marks, all the silver Sharpie marks, and even the white thread I used to sew some of the pieces of foam to the vest. Now, this thing is starting to look pretty darn good. With some detailing work, oh, it's gonna pop. So I'm gonna let these pieces dry. I love the way this costume is turning out, and we are approaching the home stretch. And as always, if you like this video, Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.